show you guys how to make one of my most favorite meals in the whole wide world, French onion soup. Okay, so let me show you guys what you need. 3.5 pounds of onions, the most important part. 3 10.5-ounce cans of French onion soup. 2.5 cups of water. 1/2 cup dry sherry, more for drinking. Just kidding. 5 tablespoons of butter. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, and some cheese, some provolone, and a mixture of Swiss and Gruyere. 1 French baguette. And last, but certainly not least, some smoked paprika to sprinkle on the top. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is tackle these 3.5 pounds of onions. You're going to want to slice them. And I know you're thinking, that's a lot of onions to slice and that's a lot of tears. But you've probably heard a couple different tips to keep from tearing up. I've heard to slice the onion, once you slice it, run it under cold water. Or put lemon juice on the cutting board, or to close your mouth and breathe through your nose, which I can't do because I like to talk and cook, so that ain't gonna work. But the tip that my mom used to use when she used to make French onion soup for us all the time was swimming goggles, okay? So you're just gonna slap these on, and it's like you're diving in a pool. We're diving in a pool of onions, okay? So we're gonna put these on, and these are paisley, so I'd suggest to get a bigger pair. So we're going to put these on, okay? I'm telling you, this really works. By the time I'm done with these onions, I'll be tear-free, okay? Okay, so here we go. Here's the first one. Okay, so then we're just going to peel the skins off. There we go, just like that. And put it flat, and then cut it in half. And then we're just going to cut it in strips. So you're going to continue to do this with the rest of the onions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of these. And I'll see you guys when I'm done. And I'll show you that I did not shed one tear, okay? You guys got to try it. It really works. Okay, so I'm down to my last onion. No tears. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and slice the rest of this. I wish you guys could see hubby. Boy, is he crying. Okay, and then when you put these in the bowl, you're gonna separate the little strips, okay? So make sure you do that. And then next, what we're gonna do, you got your goggles? Where's your goggles? Paisley, go get your goggles. Go get them. Okay, sorry, we got a little distracted by the baby. So what I was saying is make sure you separate, you know, each little, like, so they're like this, okay? Dive into this pool, Michael Phelps. Take that. Okay, oh, whoops, I'm dropping them. Okay, so what I wish you guys could see hubby, poor chubby hubby's tearing up back there. He didn't wear his goggles, that's what you get. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt the butter, and we're gonna, over medium heat, and we're gonna drop these in there, and we're going to caramelize them, okay? I'll show you how to do that. See you at the stove. Okay, so you want to make sure that the stove isn't too high because we don't want to burn the butter, okay? So we're going to dump the butter in there, and we're going to melt it. Okay, so our butter is melted. Now we're going to dump in all these wonderful onions. Now, I don't know what it is about onions, but whenever I slice a bunch, I always catch myself sniffing my fingers or sniffing my hands. I love onions that much. You guys should try it. It smells wonderful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this around and make sure the butter coats all the onions. Okay, so I think all the onions are pretty well coated with the butter. And I know this looks like a lot of onions, but this is going to cook down to it's really going to cook down, okay? So we're going to put in a tablespoon of sugar because this is going to help caramelize the onions. and just stir this around again. And then we're going to let it cook at medium for about 40 minutes. Okay, so you can just come back every so often and kind of move everything around. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes and they're not quite there yet. So we're just going to keep on cooking and check back. Okay? Okay, so it's time. Our onions look beautiful, and it actually took about an hour and 10 minutes. So just kind of keep checking on them to make sure. Oh, and I forgot to tell you in the beginning, use unsalted butter because the French onion soup already has enough salt in it. Okay, so you don't want to add, you don't want it to be too salty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the half a cup of dry sherry. And we're just going to scrape up all the little browned bits on the bottom, because that's the good stuff. Okay, so we're just going to kind of scrape all that up. I think I got them all up. And just let that cook for about a minute. Okay, so now we're going to dump in the French onion soup. Dump this in. Now if you want to make this, you can use beef broth, but I like the way this French onion soup in a can tastes. Tastes delicious. Okay, then we're going to add the 2.5 cups of water, and we're going to bring this up to a boil. And then we're going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and then it will be ready to serve. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, and our French onion soup is done. Well, we have to put the good stuff on now. So first what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 piece of provolone cheese in the bottom of each of our little bowls here. And you can get these bowls at like Walmart or any place like that. These were like $2. So they're cute little bowls, and they will hold up under the broiler. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and spoon some of this on top of the cheese. We'll fill it up about halfway because we're going to put the bread on top. Go ahead and lay some in this one. It's going to be so delicious. Okay. Okay, so once you put the cheese on the bottom, then French onion soup, then we're going to put in a piece of toasted bread that I just toasted under the broiler. Okay, and then we're going to put another piece of provolone. And because the hubby loves the cheese, we're going to do 2 pieces on his. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle on the Swiss and Gruyere mixture. And then we're just going to put this under the broiler until the cheese is nice and melted. And I'll see you guys when it's done. Alright, here we go. There it is. And the last thing we're going to want to do is sprinkle some smoked paprika on top. This really adds a wonderful flavor. Okay, and there it is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. And remember, I was telling you guys in the last video, I don't understand how my husband will eat this little pot of onions, but he doesn't like onions. So, doesn't make sense, but whatever. And see you guys next time. Bye!